Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really pleased to give you a warm welcome here on our booth. I'm Simona Nicastro, the new Global Brand and Communication Director of Trelleborg Wheel System, and on behalf of the company, I'm really proud to introduce to you today our latest projects and innovations, some special projects, and also long-term partnership. For this reason, I would like to invite here on the stage the two speakers of today, Elio Bartoli, our Global President EMEA and OEM, that will introduce you the main topics of the press conference, and Alessio Bucci, our Senior Product Marketing Manager, that will go deeper into all details of our latest project, the CTIS Plus Inside. A project that we developed with Dana, and I would like to thank you, Mr. Declerc, the Vice President Global of Highways Sales of Dana, to join us today. So just before leaving you, I would like to remind that we will be here to answer to all your questions at the end of the press conference, and that you will find our full press kit in your goodie bags. So thank you for your attention, and please, Elio. Start.
Thanks, Simona. So, can you hear me? Good. So, very glad to be here with you today. Today I will give you a brief, very brief introduction, if I manage to switch the slide. Okay. A very brief introduction about the Trelleborg Group. I think most of you know Trelleborg. Trelleborg is an industrial Swedish group founded in 1905, stock listed in the Stockholm Stock Exchange from 1964. We had in 2018 3.3 billion sales, and the group is organized in 5 business areas. Trelleborg Wheel System representing roughly 30% of group sales. Moving more on Trelleborg Wheel System, Trelleborg Wheel System had in the same period 950 million euro sales, 70% of which in Europe, Middle East and Africa, but we have also good presence in North America, where we have 20% of our sales, and we are growing in the rest of the world, having 3% of our sales in South America, 7% in Asia, 15 production plants across the globe, 7,300 people, sales in 120 countries. So quite a good coverage for Trelleborg Wheel System. Agriculture and forestry is our main segment, representing almost 60% of our sales, but we also manufacture, and we are leader in the material handling industry, and we are growing fast in the construction, moto and bicycle tires. Moving on, our go-to-market approach on the agricultural segment, that is of course the focus of this exhibition. As you maybe know, we go to the market with 4 brands. The Trelleborg brand is the brand of choice for end user when the performance is the key parameter. When really the end user want to extract and maximize the efficiency of the machine, the Trelleborg brand is the best option for the end user. Mitas is instead the standard fitment preferred by many manufacturers. So when the end user is not specifying Trelleborg, in a lot of cases they get Mitas as a standard option. While for the replacement market, we have the brand Cultor and Maximo, where the upfront cost for replacing the tires is the key parameter. So very competitive product that are really gaining presence in the replacement channel. So the focus of the presentation of today will be on the Trelleborg side, where of course all our innovation and all our adding value initiatives are focused. But I want to remind that we have also other important brands in our portfolio. So moving on, those are the 4 initiatives, the 4 topics I'm going to discuss with you today. So the first one is the Neo Truck. It's an hybrid between a pneumatic tire and a rubber trucks. The second one is our vision for the future as far as agricultural tire is concerned, a project we run in cooperation with Massey Ferguson. And then we will discuss a bit more about the future and the ways we are finding to engage the future farmers generation. And then I will leave the stage to give space to Alessio Bucci to discuss a bit more in detail about our CTIS Plus project. CTIS stands for Central Tire Inflation System, a project that we have been developing together with Dana, but also together with another division within the Trelleborg group, the division of Trelleborg Sealing Solution. So let's start off with the pneu truck. Pneu truck, as I was saying, is an hybrid between a truck and a pneumatic tires. And we are really proud New Holland chose the pneu truck to present the machine T4N that won the award of Tractor of the Year 2020 for the best of specialized. The pneu truck was really accelerating the performance of the machine, helping the TerraGlide suspension to extract the maximum value and the maximum comfort and stability in the operation. And this has been rewarded from the press jury with this award. When looking more in detail about the pneu truck uses the sidewall technology cup wheel from Galileo, together with the best features of Trelleborg agricultural tires, such as progressive traction, the interlock surfaces to improve the self-cleaning, and of course is having a very long footprint that is really bringing this tire closer to the performance of a rubber truck. In reality, what we believe is that the performance of the pneu truck is much better even than the performance of a truck, for the following reason. And this is quite a technical slide I will try to explain in simple terms and basically in the way I was able to understand it. Our technical department is very focused in minimizing the soil compaction. And they have been measuring the soil compaction by putting sensors 50 centimeters below the surfaces. And then they were measuring the compaction, thanks to these maths, when a truck was passing over the soil, when a normal tire was passing over the soil, and when a pneu truck was doing the same. So when the truck was passing over the soil, the footprint was very wide, but the pressure was very high when the undercarriage was passing over. So very wide footprint, but not a uniform pressure on the ground. When instead the tire was passing over the soil, the pressure was very uniform, because you have air inside that is distributing the pressure, but the footprint was very small. Now, the best solution is what we have with the pneu truck, with a very wide footprint given by the design of the tire, but the uniform pressure given by the fact that inside you still have air. So this is why we believe that the pneu truck is really the solution for the future for this kind of application, mainly focused on orchard and vineyard, where really the soil compaction is a critical parameter to protect. And you see here, in terms of traction, this wide footprint is giving from 10 to 15% more, and is resulting in a lower fuel consumption, even compared to the trucks. So we have done 3 years of extensive tests with the very strong brands and very, very famous winery. And we have seen a really big engagement from these end users, because they really see the value of protecting the soil, protecting the roots of the plantations they have. And we see they are looking forward to have these tires delivered in the market. So the tire will be available on the T4N as an option, but will also be available for the replacement channel in selected application and for any other OEM that would like to start cooperation with us. Now moving on a different project, the cooperation we had with Massey Ferguson, and you have seen here close by the project Massey Ferguson Next, and we have been invited from Massey Ferguson a few months back discussing what will be the tire for the future, what will be the agriculture for the future, and they asked us to define what will be the key parameter for the tire of the future. And this is what we have done, and what we have presented together with, of course, Massey Ferguson in their MF Next project. And you see there that we have selected our state-of-the-art product in terms of agricultural tires. We have selected a white compound, completely carbon-free, and we have selected our latest innovation in terms of central tire inflation system. This is because we believe that the tire of the future needs to be performing at its best when it comes to traction and soil compaction, needs to have carbon-free compound in order to be sustainable in the long term, and also needs to have an adapting variation of pressure inside to be sure that we always maximize the machine performance. And the good news is that the tire of the future is available today in black suit, and this is the Trelleborg TM1000 in VF version and progressive traction. This is the tire that you see in the CTIS machine that will be demonstrated later on. And this is, let's say, our flagship TM1000, upgraded with VF technology and upgraded with progressive traction that is really increasing the traction of the tire and increasing further the performance from this tire. So, moving to the next topic, we want to discuss about the ways we are using to engage the farmers of the future. And one thing I want to present to you today is a cooperation we have just signed with Agriculus, and I'm pleased to have here the CEO of Agriculus, Andrea Cruciani, is there with us. And this is a cooperation that we believe will accelerate further our performance. Agriculus is a cloud-based solution that is helping farmers to improve their operation by controlling different things and improving the access to smart farming. And we see a lot of points of contact when we both companies have the long-term target of improving farmers' operation. And this is why we started this cooperation that for sure will lead to different initiatives, and we believe we can cooperate in many fields. Another cooperation that we are presenting here on this corner of the stand is the farming simulator. That is an e-game we are cooperating with since 2014. This year, the farming simulator, there is a farming simulator league. We have our team that we are sponsoring that is developing really well in this competition, and the team will be present here the 16th of November. This is something I was a bit skeptic about, but when you see the number of copies sold, the number of followers, I mean, I would dream to have this kind of followers in our social media. So this really is showing how we care about engaging with the future generation, to make them know Trelleborg, but also to know about them, what are their priorities and what they are looking for the future of farming. And of course, connecting to future generation, we also want to attract to our company industry professional, but also people that are interested to engage with the Trelleborg company. And we have on your left side of the screen the corporate corner, where we really invite industry professionals to connect with Trelleborg to establish any kind of cooperation they want to have with our company. Now, moving to the key topic for this press release, that is the CTIS Plus, so Central Tire Inflation System. And I will launch now a video that is going to explain a bit what this system is about, and then I will tell you a bit the story, also inviting Dana to Mr. De Clercq from Dana to speak.
Trelleborg, in collaboration with Dana, introduces the next generation of tractors' tire pressures control. The new CTIS Plus Inside is a tractor integrated pressure control system which allows you to adopt the optimal tire pressure at a touch of a button through a friendly interface directly from the cabin of your tractor. How does it work? First, your TLC Plus app recommends to the system the optimal pressure for every application and machine configuration. Then the mechatronic control unit distributes the air from the central compressor to inflate or deflate the tires through the wheel valve, according to the system recommendation. The right pressure is crucial to prevent any damage to the soil, to protect its structure and nutrients, and increase the yield from your crops. The CTIS Plus boosts your farming efficiency and productivity while protecting your farm. Adopting the right pressure reduces your farming variable costs by over 20% by maximizing the tractor's performance. In addition, tires correctly inflated reduce fuel consumption and extend the tire life. Trelleborg CTIS Plus Inside System. Optimal pressure at your fingertips.
So this is a project and let's say a journey we started in 2017 when we launched the VIP system at the SEMA show. And then we were really thinking about how to develop this system further, how to really bring this to the market. And then we get in contact, I would say by chance, with Dana at beginning of 2019, and then we understood that putting together different competencies, we could create a system, a cooperation that could accelerate this development. And I would like to invite Jeroen de Cler from Dana to say a few words about our cooperation.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Elio. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So first and for all, I'm honored to stand here today and represent my Dana colleagues who have been able to make this project successful, and also at the launch of the Trelleborg CTIS Plus Insight system. Dana and Trelleborg have been for years as individual companies working on engineering solutions in order to improve the performance of our customers' tractors, and in terms of both of traction and also in terms of drivability. In the last, let's say, period, we have also seen that we need to not only do that by ourselves, okay, but we need to reach out to other people in order to form partnerships, in order to, let's say, have a better blend in terms of integration on system display. As you have been seeing as well on the presentation of Elio, Trelleborg, for how we have known them in the industry, has always been a leading provider of innovation to the industry, but also had a quite very focused passion for the customer, similar like we have in Dana. Okay, and that's why the root have grown. Let's say collaborate on this project. And today we are happy to stand here presenting the CTS Plus Insight system, where we have blended the engineering capability from both companies, and 1 + 1 likely has meant that we have achieved more than 2, which let's say this is what we want to bring to the market. So today let's have a closer look to the system here. I want to thank Trelleborg and the colleagues as well on how we have been able to get the performance in, especially when farmers are under pressure in terms of margins, in terms of competition, and also in order to have a more sustainable future. Thank you very much, and thank you Trelleborg for the invitation.
Thanks a lot, Jeroen. And I mean, a few words again from my side. I think the real added value of the cooperation is really putting competencies together and making sure from this combination you create, as Jeroen was saying, something which is more than 2 in terms of added value. And I would like to clarify a few things, and again, on the way this cooperation will work. So Trelleborg will be the supplier for the OEMs, for the entire system. So we will not make things complicated to our customers. We will keep things simple. But you will know that by buying this system from Trelleborg, you are behind technologies from different companies, from Trelleborg with system, from Dana Incorporated, from Trelleborg Sealing Solution, that I want to remember is a very strong contributor for the system that is entirely innovative in the way it's bringing the air under pressure from the machine to the rotating wheels. And Alessio Bucci is going to explain more later on. But we want to keep this simple, and again, the cooperation is more on the design phase. Moving on, let's say we have been designing the system really by starting from what we have assessed as being extremely important for the end user when having to deal with the central tire inflation system. And of course, the end user has the target of enhancing the efficiency of the machine. The pressure has a big impact on the machine operation. Tires with the right pressure can perform much better than tires with the pressure that is either too low or either too high. Better soil protection is also a key parameter. But when we go on the bottom is more parameters that are connected to the system compatibility. It needs to be completely and fully integrated with the machine. We don't believe that something like external pipes can be a long-term sustainable solution. And the pressure, the speed of regulating the pressure needs to be in line with the market expectation. Pricing, we understand this needs to be competitive to make the CTIS Plus the air conditioning for the future. So in the future that will have a diffusion that will be on almost 100% of the machine. This is our vision, really in the long term. And again, full machine integrated, I already mentioned. So I would like to close by giving you a bit of visibility on what will be also the long-term project for Trelleborg with system. And if you start from the left side, that is the TLC Plus application. This is the recommendation of pressure. Now we integrated this app with sensor on the tires that are telling the machine this is the pressure you should operate with. And then with the CTIS Plus, we also have the opportunity to adjust the pressure in an automatic way. So the application is recommending the right pressure. The CTIS Plus is setting the right pressure on the tire. The VIP Inside for us is the latest evolution that we will see coming to the market in some years, where basically it will be transparent for the end user what the machine is doing, but there will be sensor on the tires that will automatically adapt the pressure to the right pressure for the application. So the user will drive the machine, and the system, the intelligence of the system, will automatically regulate the pressure. This is a vision, but we already have tests in progress to make sure that we can realize this vision in a reasonable time. So time for me to leave the stage to Alessio Bucci, our Senior Manager Product Development, and he will give you a demonstration about the CTIS Plus. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Elio. It's a great pleasure for me to have the possibility to introduce to you this new concept. It's a concept of Trelleborg that has been developed jointly with Denan Incorporated, and it's a concept that allows us to be OEM fully integrated. It's a control system that controls the pressure and allows the driver, the farmers, to set up the pressure and deflate directly from the cabin the pressure on his tires. Unlike the existing CTIS system present in the market right now, this system provides new features. This new feature is, for example, the possibility to not have external parts or pipes sticking out from the wheels. So everything, the manifold and the valve that has been recently described, are positioned in a part of the tire. And this is valid for the front, but also for the rear axle. Especially on the rear axle, this kind of system is available for bar axle and the flanged configuration. So I think it's very important now to go to the different benefits that we think about this system, because we do believe that the new CTI system, together with the new generation of tractors, can provide and boost the productivity of the farming operation, obviously increasing the sustainability and efficiency of the operation. And there are several plus that we can think about. We can talk about reducing the working time, that means higher traction, less fuel consumption. In this specific case, no external pipes, full integration with the machine, which is also a very key important part. And easy to use, something that is easy for the driver to be utilized. But last and not least are also the target that we have in terms of performance of our system. And we are talking about, obviously, depending on the configuration of the tractor, to be around 1/3 of bar per minute. Our recent research demonstrates that the use of the correct pressure could impact in a very important way on the economy of the farming, because we are adding results of cutting down the variable cost of the farming around 20% using the right pressure. And but let's see now how this system looks like and is composed by. We do have a rotary manifold and a wheel valve for each tire, plus a mechatronic central unit called MCU that are controlling this setup. it's important, already said, but I think it makes sense to say again this. The rotary manifold has been developed by Trelleborg, and there are some components that comes from a Trelleborg sealing solution, and obviously allow the passage from the stator part to the rotor part without any kind of leakage of air. And then we have the wheel valve. The wheel valve is the Dana products developed by Dana Incorporated that allows and regulates the deflating and inflating of the tires just close to the rim of the tire. And, but I do think that it could make sense also now to see a little bit how it works. Basically, as soon as we have used and configured our own tractor with our own configuration, and the Trelleborg load calculator will give all the information about the correct pressure that has to be used in our application. And this information will be uploaded inside the cabin and will be visualized in on the monitor. So for the farmers or the driver will be very easy to select the application and then push the button, say, adjust the pressure to the set value. At that moment, the MCU and the entire system will work, inflating or deflating the tires depending on the target that the tractor had to be reached. But again, to better explain this system, I think will make very little sense to go to our model over here. And it is a model that reproduce on your left side, reproduce a tractor. Basically, it's the left part of the tractor. So over here, you will see on the front part the new product, TM1000 Progressive Traction VF670-30, and equip it with the complete set of CTIS, which means a rotary manifold plus a wheel valve. On the back side, is obviously you can see that it's a rear tires or a schematic rear tires, where it's very easy to see a standalone rotary manifold. But again, I think the important thing is to say here that now we are going to make a real test. These tires is rolling for real, and the manifold, the statoric part and rotoric part are now moving, and everything is maintaining pressurized by the system of the rotary manifold. So what is going to happen right now? So if we have a look now, and it will be, I guess, you can see that this small monitor is reproducing the monitor that you have in a cabin. So basically, it shows you different data. The condition of the tires, in this specific case, so please focus on the front left tire, where there is a 0.8 bar, which is the current pressure of the tire. And then there is just below the suggested target in pressure, Trelleborg load cal TLC target, which is 1.1. So, and obviously you will see there's something wrong that say it's red. So the pressure that you have in the target is not the pressure that you have in the tires. So for the farmers, for the driver, will be very easy, because he will just go to the bottom, adjust the tire pressure, will push that, and immediately the system will start to interact. I guess you start to hear some psst, some smooth sounds, and very soon, especially I think on the person that are close to the tires, you can feel and hear the tire, the air blowing inside the tire. So automatically you will see that the pressure is going up. The air is going from the air compression through the MCU directly into the rotary manifold, then to the wheel valve, and then to the tires. Now it's reaching the pressure, is making all the checks, and you will see that now it's green. We reach the correct pressure, and now the system stopped to work. Obviously, continue monitoring the pressure. I feel, and I guess really, and I hope that you were able to see and to feel the huge potentiality of this system, which we do believe it's going to boost the farming operation. So many thanks for your attention, and obviously we remain at your full disposal for any kind of question of doubts. Thank you. There is a microphone maybe for the... There is a lady there.
I would like to know if this system fits only with Dana axle or with...
Thank you very much for the question. It feeds the Dana transmission axle, but also others. It's pretty much modular. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the explanation, it's very modular, as you can see over there. You can mount the same model on the front axle, on the rear axle. We have different flanges that can be adjusted depending on the different axle or tractor configuration we are talking about. And just because of this question, I would like maybe to emphasize one point. You will see that this specific set has been mounted on the 30-inch tire, which is a middle power tractor. It's not a 400, 500 horsepower. So in some way, we are offering with this system the possibility to mount and to give access also to farmers with 250 horsepower, this kind of the technology. Yeah. And again, inner side, front and axle, no external tubes, and the rear one can be mounted on both axle bar and bar axle and the flanged axle. Additional questions?
There are some questions, or okay.
In fact, I've got two questions. The first question is about the pneu track, and the question is, when will it be available at the dealers? And the second question is about the VIP inside concept. You say it will be automatic, but it depends on the speed, on the weight, and which way it is automatic.
Maybe I can support the first. I will start for the last one. When we're talking about automatic, it means that the system, with a set of sensor, is capable to detect load and, let me say, the tire working condition, and automatically will interact with the system in order to inflate or deflate the tires in automatic way to the machine. So, yeah, if you can. Sorry.
Let's say just to maybe one more.
Sure.
The sensors we will have on the tire will be able to measure the load we will have on the tire. So by measuring the load, we will be able to calculate the right pressure in order to have the best footprint according to the operating conditions. So this will be the concept of the VIP.
The right pressure depends also of the speed.
Absolutely. And those, let's say, all those information will be collected by those sensors that will then propose the sensor. By the way, the driver will always have the option to override the recommendation from the system.
Additional.
And
yes.
On the Neo Truck. On the Neo Truck, as I said, it will be available for orders on the New Holland T4N, on the new machine from New Holland. It will be possible for user to order the Neo Truck on the new machines, and we are introducing it to the market at the beginning of January 2020 to selected end users. So we will not have the Neo Truck delivered in big quantities to the dealer, but make selection of end user application we want to push.
It won't be available for second hand.
It will be available, but again we are gonna have a very controlled distribution, mainly on end user, of course through our dealers network, but we will certainly adopt and serve the most important end user first.
Okay.
Is there any question?
Oh,
okay.
maybe there.
you were talking about 1/3 bar per minute.
Correct.
That depends quite a bit on the compressor.
It's depending on a lot of things. It depends also on the set of tires, the volumes of the tires
Yeah, of
you're
course.
talking about, compressor, pipes, diameters.
Yeah.
There's different things that we need to think about.
But is the compressor included in the package that you're going to offer?
Obviously, here we're talking about a comp set. As a first step, we are also thinking to link the system also to the air compressor that are already present in several machines. But for sure, in order to maximize the performance, we can also think about to have some tune-ups on the machines. And that's why also it's important to start to work directly also with the OEM, also to, let me say, to fine-tune and to find the perfect, let me say, fitment for to reach that kind of performance. This performance in some way are also dictated by the request of the market.
Okay. And I didn't get the answer. The pneu truck, the new truck, how do you call it?
Pneu
That
truck.
will be introduced beginning next year on the
Yes.
New Holland.
It will be available for the orders.
Yeah, but
if you confirm me with the new the T4N.
Yeah, but the CTIS Plus, when will that be
The
available?
The CTS Plus inside our target is that be available for OEM by the end of 2020.
But it's just to clarify, what you see here is a prototype. We are ready to initiate co-development with the OEM. If we have the system, and let's say the timing will also depend from the OEM. So from our side, we are confident to be ready by the end of 2020.
An additional question about the new truck, how do you call it? Pneu truck?
Pneu
Yeah.
truck.
Pneu truck.
Yeah,
Bigger sizes. There has been talking a lot about.
correct.
Yes.
That would be interesting for the farmer because the small sizes do not really fit a farming tractor.
Correct, but
I can give you a
Okay.
bit more, and then if you want to go into the technical, we believe that this is a completely new technology, and we decided to start developing this technology for the application where really the soil compaction, soil protection matters the most, and also where a key element is the lateral stability of the tire. Because when you are working open field, you can have a tire inflated at 0.6, 0.8 bar, a radial tire will perform very well. If you do the same on a slope, the tire will come off the rim. So that's where the Neo truck is really giving an added value, because you can drive on a slope, have a very strong sidewall, very strong lateral stability. So this is where the Neo truck will really deliver the additional value. And this is where we want to launch, make experience, test, get feedback from customer, and so on and so forth. We will always have the opportunity to expand, but first of all, we want to get a solid foundation on this technology.
And how many size? How many dimension about the pneu truck?
At the moment, we have two sizes available, and two in the about to be released. And then there is, of course,
additional others in the pipeline that they are coming. And obviously, as Elio well pointed out, we're talking about grape vineyard application for the moment that we see is a kind of sector where we are now focusing on. Okay.
Okay, if there are no other questions, we would like to thank you, all of you to be here and for your attention. And anyway, we will be here till 16, so you can just test the lab demo with our sales managers, and we are here also for your questions, and enjoy our just welcome coffee with us. Thank you.
Thanks a lot
Thank
from
you.
our side.